Hello and welcome to episode 3 of our Star Trek Online playthrough. Last episode we left off after we'd rescued the citizens of Vega from the Borg and returned to Earth space dock for our next set of orders. So let's get into it.
We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
Alright, guess we're heading to Vulcan. Alright, let's warp to sector space. Right through the planet, apparently.
My friend sacrificed so much to secure peace with the Klingons. I bear the responsibility for the consequences to him and his crew. A thought that troubles me to this day. The hope was that this alliance would last forever. It did not. The Klingons have chosen war. The Federation is doing its utmost to protect its borders and the billions of innocents who call this space home. But I fear that this conflict may be our undoing.
Coming up on the Vulcan system. Hey, another Miranda. Captain, we've arrived at the Vulcan system. Took liberty of contacting Ambassador's aide when we arrived. Pell says the Ambassador has certain arrangements that he prefers when traveling. She would like you to go over them with you. Would you like me to put it on screen? Let's put it on screen.
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the Ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Soketh is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon. But the Ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Soketh would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the Ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
All right. That's a very spacious shuttle.
Starfleet shuttlecraft. This is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
Captain, the Ambassador and his aide are waiting for you at the top of the temple. At the temple at the top of this rise, you can speak to them there and find out if the Ambassador needs anything from us before we depart for Pajem. Alright. Nothing ominous about this. Alright, Pella.
Captain, I regret to inform you that we have come to an impasse in completing your mission. Allow me to explain. As you know, Pajem is sacred to the Vulcan people, and access to it is strictly prohibited. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty, but Savin, the leader of the order that maintains the monastery, has chosen this moment to illogically refuse to grant Ambassador Soketh permissions to meet with the abbot at Pajem. This is most abnormal.
Can this trip wait until Savin changes his mind?
The ambassador has considered going to the council to request that they overrule Savin, but the process will take time that he simply does not have. If the ambassador is unable to complete his journey to Pajem now, he will have to delay it until after the trade conference at Corridan is complete, and that could take weeks.
I wonder why Savin won't grant the ambassador permission.
The ambassador, I'm afraid, has spent too much time off-world. I have seen it change him. His interactions with other species have grown easier over the years, but our own people have become more challenging for him to deal with. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than he has in convincing him to grant the ambassador's request.
Let me speak to Savin then. I don't know why I am struggling to read today.
Peace and long life. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Soketh says you won't permit him to visit Pajem.
Sarketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to Pajem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at Pajem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Why do Vulcans restrict access to Pajem?
Many years ago, Pajem was used for political purposes. Technology used to spy on the Andorians was hidden beneath the sacred sanctuary. It should never have happened. Buildings that had stood for 12 centuries were destroyed because we allowed politics and war in a place where there should only be logic and contemplative thought. When the monastery was rebuilt, we pledged to keep it safe from the cares of the galaxy. Only those who seek peace may enter. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
No. Is there any way I can persuade you to allow Soketh to visit Pajem?
I will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect Pajem from harm. Soketh says his reasons for wanting to speak to the Abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect Pajem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions?
I've spoken to Savin. Why doesn't he trust you?
How should I know? He is a small man with small concerns. Thankfully, he has listened to reason, and our journey won't be delayed any longer. I am ready to leave now. Is the shuttle prepared for departure?
Let's go. Yeah. Nothing sketchy about this guy.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
This shuttle is huge. Like, damn. Ambassador Soketh has retired to his quarters, Captain. We can leave the system whenever you like. Alright, let's go.
Your inventory has a replicator that will allow you to buy...
Alright. Let's head to Pajam. Maybe. Or we'll do it manually. Sir, I'm picking up an unusual energy reading in this system. We should scan the system before we take the ambassador to service. Agreed. Sensors on maximum. Well, red alert.
This is Captain Cryptic to all Klingon vessels. Target their warp drive. There will be no escaping our vengeance this time.
Capture, we're being held by the Klingons. On screen.
Cease your fire, Captain! Perhaps today is a day for words. My fellow captains were blinded by our vengeance toward the shapeshifter aboard your vessel. They have died with honor. But if I am to die this day, then I would prefer to regale the halls of Stovokor with the tale of that foul creature's death.
Shapeshifter?
Ha! So even the mighty Federation has been fooled by the beast. Your guest from Vulcan is not as he or she seems, Captain. They are an Undine. They put on a false face and try to control us, but we Klingons know better. We will hunt them down until the last of these honorless dogs dies screaming.
An Undine? Have you any proof?
Proof? Pah! Allow me to stick a blade in its belly while I look it in the eye while it dies. That should be proof enough, even for Starfleet.
Yeah, I'll take that into consideration.
If you wish the honor of the kill yourself, then it is yours to have. So long as the Undine dies, I will meet my death with eyes wide open and victory in my heart. I await your decision. Close hailing frequencies.
For anyone who doesn't know, the Undine is species 8472 from Voyager. Captain, sensor scans indicate Klingon vessels' warp drive, shields, and weapon systems are all offline. I don't even think they have impulse power. Whatever you decide to do, they can't really do much about it. Let's discuss the Undine science. The Undine are a species that was first encountered by the crew of Voyager. They cataloged them as species 8472. As the Klingon commander indicated, they are indeed capable of changing shape. Additionally, they possess telepathic abilities that aid them in infiltrating cultures of other species. So Ambassador Soketh could be one. I'm afraid that is a collusion that we cannot rule out, Captain. I could conduct a test to determine if the ambassador is who he claims to be. Unfortunately, that would violate his ambassadorial immunity. Klingon vessels awaiting your response, Captain. Tactical. The Undine are physically superior to humans and consider anyone from our dimension to be inferior life form. Their vessels are more than a match for the Borg. They represent a great threat to Starfleet. Where is Ambassador Soketh now? The ambassador is still in his quarters. Sir, I recommend sending a security detail to detain the ambassador until we are certain of his identity. A sound precaution, and agreed. Engineering. The Undine come from a dimension known as fluidic space. They use quantum singularities to move into ours. I'm afraid much of their technology still remains a mystery to us, but one thing is certain, it is not to be underestimated. So why use a Starfleet vessel? That I can't say, Captain, but as the Undine are virtually unknown in the Beta Quadrant, my guess is they are aiming to conceal their presence here. And the Klingons? What the Klingons are saying could be true, Captain. If the Undine are in the Beta Quadrant, it might just be that the Klingons sniffed them out before us. If, in this case, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Call the ambassador to the bridge and open a channel to the Klingon vessel. Let's settle this.
My patience is growing thin, Captain. If you lack the stomach to slay the beast aboard your vessel, then any Klingon here would gladly do it for you. I'd hate for you to stain that pretty Starfleet uniform with Undine blood.
Very generous, but unnecessary, Captain.
Then the beast is slain? Makar! Very good. Perhaps you've the heart of a warrior after all. Let me look upon our enemy, and tonight we will dine together as warriors and drink to the honored dead.
I present Ambassador Sokath.
Captain, I take my meditations very seriously. Why have I been summoned to the bridge?
Accused. Meet your accuser.
Alive? You're a fool, Captain! Strike now before it's too late!
Not without proof, Katak.
You want proof? Then lower your shields and allow me to beam over. Once the Undine's blood coats my blade, you'll see it for what it truly is. A Grint hound in Tark's clothing.
Ambassador, allow me to explain.
There's no need, Captain. The situation is not difficult to unravel. My concern lies in the logic of you entertaining this Klingon's meritless claim.
Meritless, but not unreasonable.
A most illogical conclusion. Allow us to examine the facts, Captain. You have a crippled Klingon vessel, whose captain has made unsubstantiated claims that I am an Undine, a species that is known to both the Federation and the Klingon Empire as a considerable threat.
Thus, a reasonable consideration.
Potentially, but only if a great many other factors were to be true. Is it not much more likely that the Klingons have, in the face of defeat, instead sought to exploit Starfleet's desire for peaceful resolutions to conflict in order to repair their vessel and renew their assault?
Status of the Klingon vessel. Weapons inoperable, warp drive is still offline. Wait, I'm detecting an energy surge. They're engaging their cloaking device. Red alert, lock weapons.
A true warrior strikes without mercy, Captain. I only hope to teach you this lesson personally before the Undine does. We may not be able to best your vessel, but a Klingon knows many roads to victory. The beast may have evaded my vengeance for now, but I can still ruin its plans here at Pajem.
Fire. Losses on sensor scanning. Captain, they're gone. Scan the area. Captain, I'm detecting energy signatures on the Pajem surface. They're in the vicinity of the monastery. Life signs indicate they are Klingon. I'm taking an away team down. Captain, shall I accompany you? No, it's too dangerous.
A wise precaution. Though I admit I am eager to see my people safe, I will await word until the monastery is secured. And Captain, let not my journey here be for naught.
Away team to transporter room 1. Taking beam down. Captain, we need to secure the area and then make our way to toward the monastery, which is located at the top of the hill. Continue. I'm reading multiple Klingon patrols between us and the main building, sir. Recommend we proceed with caution. Stay alert. We need to find the monks. Alright. First set of Klingons. Quite the steep hill. Oh, so what's it gonna be? Is Sokath gonna be an Undine? Ow. So receiving an alert from Vulcan. Tapella says she must speak to you immediately. I'll patch her through to your tricorder. Okay.
I have terrible news. Vulcan security forces have discovered the body of Ambassador Sokath. They have determined that he was killed by a phaser blast at short range. His remains were discovered in a stasis chamber hidden in a cavern beneath the Ambassador's residence. The Ambassador on your ship, the one that I have been working for, is an imposter. You need to be very careful. This imposter was able to fool Sokath's closest associates for months. He is crafty and very patient. Now that he has been discovered, he will be dangerous.
Captain, security teams have reached Ambassador Sokath's quarters, but he's gone. They're searching the ship, but... Sir, unauthorized use of transporter detected. Vulcan government is requesting that imposter Sokath be detained and returned to Vulcan for questioning. Sir, whoever used the transporter erased the logs, but I have a feeling the imposter is on the planet's surface. I recommend to relocate him immediately. We'll find him.
Such emotion on your face. I see now my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been beneficial. But we are strong. We will prevail. You are weak, and the weak shall perish.
Yep. Definitely an 8472. Recommend we return to the Republic and search for the Undine ship. Need to find the Undine and take it back to Starfleet. Beam up. Captain, is an Undine ship on intercept course. Sir, the Republic doesn't have the armaments to handle the Undine attack. Starfleet reports that they're sending ships to assist us, but they're about 60 seconds out. We have to hold out until the reinforcements get here. Captain, if we target their torpedoes, we might have a chance.
Warning. Ship is under target shield.
Ow. Ow. 20 more seconds to reinforcements. We are not doing anything to this guy. Alright, Howard Shields. Reinforcements. Texas, Challenger, Right out. It still hates me though. Power back out weapon. Alright, emergency power. Basic maneuvers. Shield's failing. Fire this, power back to shields. Watch out, shields. He does not like me. Come on, we're almost there. Got him. Scan the debris. Incoming message from the Challenger.
This is Captain LaForge of the USS Challenger. Glad to see we made it here in time to lend you a hand. Perhaps you'll return the favor someday. Forge out.
Sir, we've recovered the final data transmissions from the Undine vessel, as well as samples of the organic material that used... Still can't speak. The organic material that was used to create the ship. We need to get all of this back to Starfleet Intelligence. They may be able to decrypt the messages and tell us more. Help take us out.
The ambassador was an Undine? I'm afraid their infiltration of the Federation goes much deeper than we realized. Who knows what kind of havoc they could create?
Oh, got some photons, no shields, a little dilithium. Not bad.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
I've received a report there is a Bolian freighter that is overdue.
Alright, we'll deal with that later. Alright, that concludes episode 3. Didn't expect to run into species 8472 right off, but here we are. Hopefully, I didn't stumble too much on this one, but it is what it is. It happened. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.